Hey guys, so Avery loves matcha and I have no idea where her obsession started, but she loves it in all forms. Over the summer, we recipe tested these matcha muffins.
How'd the batter smell?
Like matcha. Yummy.
And they've become a staple school morning breakfast for us. I'm Meg and I'm passionate about finding ways to make life with kids easier in the kitchen. So let's go through our ingredients. You'll need flour, brown sugar, baking powder, salt, and matcha powder. And then your wet ingredients are going to be some melted butter, milk, an egg, honey, and almond extract is optional. So this muffin recipe is pretty easy to mix by hand because your butter is already melted. So I'm going to put that into my bowl, and I've got a nice large mixing bowl because I'm just going to use one. And then I've got some brown sugar. And then I'm going to mix that up. Next, I've got a whole egg, followed by a little bit of honey, which is a great complement and flavor to the matcha powder. And then I've got some milk, and I'm using 2%, but you can use whatever you have on hand. Even almond milk works nicely, and a nice whisk. And then finally, I'm gonna add a little bit of almond extract. This is totally optional, but Avery really loves the flavor. You can also try some vanilla. All right, so that's all set. Let's move on to our dry ingredients. I've got a little bit of flour, and I'm gonna add our matcha powder. Now, matcha powder does have caffeine, but because you're making so many muffins, it ends up being a pretty low level. And then I've got my baking powder and salt and a stir. All right, we've got our wet, we've got our dry. Now it's time to mix them together a little bit at a time. So I'm gonna dump a little bit in and then whisk. And if you're familiar with the way green tea smells, that's exactly what this batter smells like. I've lined my muffin tin with some liners to clean up a little bit easier. And now I'm gonna scoop my batter evenly into all of them. They end up being about 2/3 full. And I'm just going back to make sure everything's even. Now you can go ahead and leave your muffins just like this, or if you're Avery, you like to top them with a little crumb topping. I happen to have some left over from raspberry coffee cake, and I'll leave that recipe below. So I'm gonna use that and just sprinkle some on top. And now a 350-degree oven for 15 to 20 minutes. So our matcha muffins are out of the oven, baked to perfection, and we are ready for yet another school week. I hope you guys give this recipe a try. Let me know in the comments below if you have other breakfast recipe requests, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.
That is the most delicious thing I've ever tasted.
If you do say so yourself. Ooh, I like the color. That's so pretty.